Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to be doing a 3DBenchy test print on a Flashforge Adventurer 3 3D printer. So I have the G-code loaded. I just got to start it. I sliced it using Flash Print 5 using the fast settings for the Adventurer 3. That being said, let's go and get started. So we're using PLA filament. And this one here has a, this is not the original bed surface. I think it's a carbon fiber. This is at my place of work. It's a community college. And they have a whole fleet of these machines. And I wanted to try out the 3DBenchy on one of these 3D printers. That being said, let's go ahead and get started. So it's preheating. And we'll show the brief movements of the bed as well as the extruder. The extruder is out of frame at the moment. It'll come down. As you can see right there, it is preheating the bed first, and then it will heat up the extruder nozzle. 0.4 millimeter nozzle. This is the Hatchbox PLA filament. It calls for 210 Celsius extruder temperature. So we'll come back when this is preheated. So it does appear to be printing a raft, which is the default option on this machine. When you go to slice, I thought I had it turned off. Matter of fact, I looked and it was turned off. It must have got turned back on somehow. So the time for this is 58 minutes, and it's going to probably be spending a good few minutes preparing the raft. Okay, so the 3DBenchy has completed. Let's go and have a look at it. Comes right off the plate very easily. Should note this is not the original Flashforge build plate that's on this machine. So here it is. Let's get a good look at this. Try to get this raft off here. Normally I don't print with rafts. I feel like they're unnecessary in many cases. So once you get the raft off, you can see how the bottom looks. It looks pretty decent. And you know, this was done at the fast speed, and I'll say overall it looks pretty decent. Probably some minor imperfections here and there, but what we'll do is we'll compare this 3DBenchy with two that were printed with the Adventurer 5M Pro, as well as one that was printed off of the Dremel Digilab 3D45. Okay everybody, so to wrap up this video, I would like to show you a comparison of all the 3DBenchies. So this one on your left is the one that was printed off of the Flashforge Adventurer 3, and it took, I think it was roughly about an hour to complete. So these two in the center were printed off of the Adventurer 5M Pro, which is just to my left over here. So the one on the right here was printed with the burnt titanium filament, and the one on the left was printed with a generic filament from Amazon. And I'd say with both it did pretty good. I'll make sure we're getting in focus here. There we are. I want you to be able to see the detail there. So you can see there's a slight difference between the Flashforge burnt titanium filament versus the cheaper filament here. This was like, I got this filament for like $15 for a kilogram. So yeah, it's pretty cheap in, but hey, it does the job. It's got a pretty nice color to it. You can see there's a little bit of defects up here on the deck here near the bow, whereas on the one that was printed with the burnt titanium, it looks fine. So comparing the Adventurer 3 on the left is with the Adventurer 5M Pro on the right, I mean, they're very similar. So I should note that this was printed with Hatchbox PLA filament. So if you look at the deck on this one here, as well as I'd say the roof and stuff like that, you'll see there's a little bit less detail, because I sliced this one with the fast profile, try to get it to go as fast as we could on that Adventurer 3. And of course the 5M Pro still just absolutely whooped the crap out of it. As well as for printing speed, as well as overall performance, I would say. But the Adventurer 3 is definitely not bad. You just have to be patient with it, because it does take its sweet time when you get used to an Adventurer 5M Pro. Now this one here was printed with a Dremel Digilab 3D45 3D printer, which, as I think I might have mentioned earlier in this video, I'm including this. However, the price for that printer, $2,000, is not even worth even mentioning. It's a robust machine, but it's just severely overpriced, and I talked about that in a different video. But we'll compare the Dremel 3D45 with the Flashforge Adventurer 3, so you can see that, of course, the Adventurer 3 detail was not as good. Now, if I would have used a standard slash profile, the detail probably would have been just as good. Now, the funny thing is, this 3DBenchy was also, despite being printed on a non-Flashforge machine, it was on a Dremel 3D45. The G-code was sliced with flash print, believe it or not. I have a video on that as well. But yeah, overall, I'd say the Adventurer 3 does a pretty decent job. It's definitely a good budget-friendly enclosed 3D printer. And of course, we're looking again at that 3DBenchy. So anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video from Cuckoo Channel. If this is your first time, please subscribe to the channel and be sure to tick the bell so we get notified of new video posts. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, leave a comment, and share this video as well as the channel with your friends and get the word out. Also, I have a second channel, that's CubeCompMTDX. Over there you'll find videos about thunderstorms and weather, cycling, and videos about me personally. Feel free to subscribe over there as well if you like. Again, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for your support.